So, the last part of this kit build is the sleeves itself. And as you can see, I've already painted it gloss black using this Testor, Model Master gloss black from Testor. I just didn't show it on camera, of course, because it was just two small parts to paint for the reverse wash. And I said, might as well do this right here so you guys can see this. So I have my thinner here, and I have these little pointy little Q-tip type applicators or removers, or how you want to use them. Whenever you get a chance to get one of these, I recommend getting them. Using regular Q-tips is okay, but remember, they're not as compact and tight as you could see here, where it could be a little bit more precise compared to a Q-tip is a little too fluffy and all over the place. But I'm going to apply a hefty amount of thinner here, and we're going to rub. I'm just going to do lightly. Turn it. And do that. Alright, so let me just apply a little bit on the other side. Don't do too rough, of course, especially on a part that's been scratch build. Regular parts that's from the Unicorn line, basically, you know, like the Gira Zulu, the Ronin Zulu, and those high-grade kits that's from the sleeves, that was basically those customized high grades. You will need to use a technique like this if you want to get the pattern, but you know, to look like this and not use the regular stickers or decals, yeah, however you want to call them. Alright, this one's used up. I got a bigger one here. I really had a lot of fun doing this. This came out really nice. Look at this. Absolutely cool. And that's just the front part. There you go. Nicely done. Nicely clean too. So let me just finish up the sides, of course. And then let's build the Bawoo and see how it looks. So here is what the Bawoo looked like when I showed it off to everybody a few weeks ago in its normal prototype colors. And here is the Bawoo sleeves custom from Unicorn Episode 7. What do you think of that? Pretty cool. Nice. Very nice. And of course, gun, and the shield, and of course the sleeves. Let me take a closer look at this cool kit. Alright, here's a closer look of the RE100 Bawoo. The panel lining and barely not visible pre-shading came out pretty good, especially the panel lining idea of me panel lining the parts prior to a second coating, except I missed a part here on the front leg, but that's no big deal. I didn't panel line the darker parts, darker green parts yet, but I will handle those soon enough. There's the waist unit, of course. Here's the arm. The shoulders came out really nice. Good detail on that. And the chest part, the one thing even though the head came out okay, me painting I was actually using emerald green or a lighter tone of green, but it doesn't show well in the light. I'm going to try to see if I can put some other paint source to color the eyeball. The tubing, metallic tubing inside the shield came out really nice. Then you have the umbilicals that's on the arm. Yeah, I thought it was a wise idea to go silvery and not purple. Let's look on the sides. Good detail on the shoulders. The wings came out nice. Look at that. Really good. This part keeps falling off even though it has paint on it. And I don't know if I'm going to glue it on or not. I made a little boo-boo there. Must have rubbed it off in between the groove, but I could always pass an enamel paint on over that. That's fixable. The side of the leg came out nice. Didn't panel line the thrusters, but that's easy. That's a quick fix right there. The legs. Focusing on the back now. I decided to paint the back one silver. I was gonna leave it metallic. Not metallic red. What is it? The gray, the metallic gray. But I said, no, you know what? I'll probably do it this way. Be a lot easier. It matches that. And the backpack, of course, which doesn't look right with the thrusters with a little thing in the middle. I may end up painting that again just to get the inside of that and make it look conforming. Maybe try a different color. I don't know. Fuel tanks came out okay. Back of the head, nice. The shield came out really nice. I painted the inside of this metallic red. And I forgot to put this on when I was building the shield. Now, as you can see over here in the shoulder area, that's being held on by friction, or by, you know, yeah, friction, you could say. So it's not going to pop out because it is painted, but because of the sleeves right there, I can't put it down a little further where it's being held up. So that is one of the limitations with this kit. Clearly the Bawoo, when that will come out soon, will address a situation like that. You know, we'll address that. But you have to admit, making this as the sleeve version came out really good. Really good indeed. And there you have it. The 1/100 scale RE100 Bawoo, or Bawoo, or Bawoo, as many people are probably telling me to pronounce it, is done. But made it as the sleeves version that was shown on episode 7 of Gundam Unicorn. I did make some minor mistakes that many people were probably screaming off the top of their lungs. Mainly like around here and here, I missed out the fact that I need to paint on the inside. Fixable, very fixable. When I was painting these umbilicals, a little bit of the silver came onto this. Again, another fixable job. That's easy to do. No big deal. I try to make sure I focus on areas like that so it doesn't bleed through. I do know that somewhere around the heel there's an issue like that, but because of the armor over it, I don't have any problems with that. Made sure that the shoulders didn't have any issues like that as well. I'm going to, once I finish detailing those areas that I missed, I'm going to gloss coat this kit nice and shiny, because I contacted Samuel Decals and I ordered water slide decals specifically for this guy, because I want to decal this guy. It looks really nice. Using the regular standard decals, I could, it's not visible, even though I have new decals, I want that one that's here that goes right there for this. Don't know if that's required or not, but I like it, and I'd rather have that, unless somebody tells me I shouldn't. You guys let me know. I have no gripes with this kit other than, no, actually, to tell you the truth, this is actually the most perfect kit I've ever built without any issues of seam lines or panel lining. The technique that I discovered came out really nice. I definitely want to try it again for future kits. I like what I did with my technique with the sleeves. However, there may be a possibility that I may remove these sleeves, because it's actually being held by friction as well. Actually, a little putty, a little sticky there is holding it up. I didn't glue it yet. Because if I decide to bring it to MosiqutoCon, and this does not seem viable, I may omit that and just remove it. And we'll just call it the mass production version of the Bawoo. I mean, the only difference of this is of the sleeves version is, of course, the custom sleeves and the custom waist unit. And this was a little shorter. And I believe the Nutter had the same missiles that you see back here on the wings, so it used it to fire its missiles in that episode. And I'm not going to take this kit apart and I'm going to transform it into the 2 fighter modes. I've already done it once. I don't have 2 stands to stand it up. It looks good the way it is. It's really nice. And Bandai's idea of making this kit as a Rory kit, hands down, a good buy. I recommend anybody to get this kit and customize it the way you want. I can imagine somebody's doing exactly what I mentioned a moment ago, maybe even further. Maybe painting it in the pink version. Who knows? But me doing the sleeves was fun. I loved it. And I actually suggest you guys to do your own sleeves custom version as well. Not based off the anime. Think of other mobile suits that was in the Universal Century that probably never made it on screen and was part of sleeves. Hell, what was it? Maybe Zaku 3 or the Marasai. Actually, the Marasai was a sleeves kit. Yeah, it was a it was a Remnants of Zeon. But yeah, get a Zaku 3 out there or Zaku 2. Put a sleeves armband on that and then modify it with some extra boosters and weaponry from, like, I don't know, from any other mobile suits. What other kit that could have been, well, a Gelgoog could be considered Remnants of Zeon, but you would need something that was at the end of Zeta and then during the Double Zeta series. That could qualify as a sleeves unit. So that's a cool little project that if anybody's interested in doing for a future kit. Doesn't matter if it's a high grade or a 1/100 scale, master grade. So it's an idea right there. But this kit is really nice. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm ever going to get the Rebawoo. It'd be nice to do, but this is close enough. So my plans are now to detail this up, clean it up, give it a nice shine, wait until I get the decals, put them on, and have them ready for MosiqutoCon 2017. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this video build of my Bawoo sleeves custom, and stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great day.